Hello and good morning to Yorkshire Traveller. Welcome, everybody. Today, got a bit of an interesting plan where I'm going to check out Chesterfield's brand new set of Enviro400 EVs. Currently, there's around 25 of them in service with Chesterfield, and here comes one now on the 43. YX25 OBG 80184. That's just one of many of the examples that we're going to be looking at today. Welcome to all the new viewers who have not seen my channel before, and welcome to recurring viewers. If you haven't seen my channel before, don't hesitate to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps me out a ton, and it's completely free, and you can always change your mind later, should you wish. So, according to the timetable, there is a half an hour wait for my next bus. So I suppose I will see you all in half an hour when the next Enviro400 EV arrives. We should have it should be one, hopefully. If it's not, then I'll try and catch one on the X17. Actually, speaking of which, I think there's one on the 50 down there. I'll try and I'll see if I can attempt to get on that. If I make it, that's good, because there we go. That's one checked off right there. Okay. Bear with me a few minutes. Here we go. Made one. 80154. Hiya. Thank you. This is downstairs interior. As you can see, these are quite posh, so I think they're really nice, these actually. This one, this particular example, 80154, is on 50A. Probably gonna nip upstairs in a bit to give you a more in-depth detail about these buses, and as you can see, you still feature what would have been a BYD symbol at the back from the BYD Enviro400s, and there's also the lack of a middle seat here, but this is because of health and safety concerns. You also get USB charging. I've ridden on these buses a lot recently, and one cool thing I found out is that the traction motors on these sound exactly like the tram trains that are also part of Sheffield's main transport infrastructure. And the seats themselves are actually quite good. They're very well padded, and they definitely make a nice treat should you be able to get on one of these new buses. They're all on 25 plates as well, 25 reg, so pretty much brand new this year. So as I said about the seat padding on these is pretty good. So these are a little dirty, but relatively these are pretty good for padding, as these are double padded seats. They're also Lazzarini high backs. Little side note about these Enviro400 EVs here is that their acceleration appears to be faster than that of a rocket. Nah, not really, but they're still pretty quick when it comes to their acceleration, as you can very clearly see here.
It's fine, it's such a dream. You can off of it.
I'm not actually going to be quite it. This comes brilliant. This is like 12, it's like 17 here.
Yeah, but when will you get there?
It's in here, like.
Yeah, but when will you get there?
Well, if you come out, it'll take half an hour. So
You're still going to be late, you're quite late. It's started already.
I'm going to get there at 11 pretty much.
Oh, it's only 5.
Maybe 10 past. It's all less than what we thought.
Yeah. But this one's nice.
Next is the goal.
So, these Enviro400 EVs, there's going to be 36 of them in total, as I said earlier. They're going to be for all regional services around Chesterfield, Sheffield, Barnsley even, though they'll only see Barnsley on the X17. What these are replacing, they are replacing the older Stagecoach Gold Enviro400 MMCs, and they're also replacing all of the Scania NT30UD Enviro400s, ranging from 59 to 64 plate respectively. They are also here to sort of displace Chesterfield's Tridents, which they have just recently acquired from Manchester. So they have a lot of buses that are going elsewhere. I believe the Scanias are going to Barnsley, and the gold MMCs are for Stagecoach, Cumbria and North Lancashire. And that goes for all of them, for what I've been told. The Tridents, I believe, are going to be displaced. However, they will remain at Chesterfield for the time being until they can find another depot for them, or until they eventually just scrap them as a whole. Because we all know that at this point, anything that comes from Manchester is a load of knackered. I'll be on here for about an hour, and then I'll be transferring on to probably a 43, 51, 50, anything that has an Enviro400 EV on it. And I'll check that in due course on bus times. we're in Derbyshire. The South Yorkshire Derbyshire border. When you get a Decker 150, you're treated to some good scenery. Of course, it's nothing compared to what you get on Coastliner, but it's still quite nice. Now in Chesterfield, got YX25 NZV 80156 on the 54 now to Clay Cross. Hiya. Thank you. Back's empty, but I think I'm going to sit upstairs for this journey to Clay Cross. There we go. They're Enviro400 EVs. Okay, so there's Enviro 200. So now on our way up to Clay Cross, and then plan from there would be to grab probably a 51 to Dainsmore, which will probably be another EV, hopefully, and then from Dainsmore another EV back into Chesterfield, and then after Chesterfield another EV back to Sheffield, ideally on the 43 or 44, or if possible an EV on the 77 or 170, and then 218 back to Chef. What I've learned about these, which is quite interesting, is for whatever reason they actually have this big pillar here, which sort of makes the window a lot smaller than anything else. I don't know why Alexander Dennis have decided on that, but apparently that's what they're deciding on doing. Possibly for health and safety, also possibly because it has better weight management. I don't know. It's possible that with the Enviro400 MMCs, our 73 reg ones more specifically, the front windows, they tend to rattle a lot, so they've probably put that in place to stop the windows from rattling as the bus goes over bumps. These also have LCD displays for showing people where the stops are and showing what the next stop is. They also have, as you've just heard, announcements for the visually impaired, which I find is a really good feature, especially on Stagecoach's part. There we go. And overall, I think these Enviro400 EVs are somewhat decent buses, and they're actually the ride quality on them isn't too shabby either. This is the display I was talking about regarding the hearing impaired. Next stop, Stolard Street. It's weird that I can sound like the Stagecoach announcer, but, well, I think I do. Some other people think I do, but I don't know. Class 222s and 170s run on them daily, as well as 195s and 185s, and just about the rest of everything else. The last bus of the day is once again 80154. We saw this one earlier. It's still quite nice, of course. There's your LCD there, and yeah, I'll show you all the upstairs interior now.
This is the 43 service to Sheffield. Next stop, Holywell Cross. Next stop, Brunswick Street.
I want Stagecoach bus depot. Thank you very much. And that was once again 80154 YX25 NZT.